Briefly, I'll be speaking on mark them, mark them, and then we're going to consider the book of Romans chapter 16, verse 17. That says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them." Now, the reason the Bible encourages us to mark certain people is so that we can avoid them. Or better still, one of the reasons the Bible encourages us to mark certain people is to avoid them. That's one of the major reasons. He said the first thing is the word mark means note them. Now the Bible says, note those people that cause division, those people that are always arguing. They love confusion. When they come to Bible study, they will love to ask a question that will scatter everywhere. Mark them. And the Bible says you should what? Avoid them. Because if you mark them and you don't avoid them, you will become like them. So the Bible encourages us to mark those kind of people and avoid them. Anything you don't want to become, you avoid. It's not enough to mark it. It's not enough to note it. You have to avoid it in order not to become it. Philippians chapter 3 verse 17. Brethren, be ye followers of me, and mark them which walk so, as ye have us for an example. Can you see that? Another reason for you to mark certain people is so that you can know what to follow and what not to follow. When you see a man that is following God, mark him, note him. When you see a man that is not following God, note him, mark him. Now, the one that is not following God, after marking and noting, avoid them so that you won't be like them. Those people that are following God, after marking and noting them, don't avoid them. Stay with them. Follow them so that you can be like them. Are you there? So, whether you want to be like or you want to avoid, you will still need to mark certain people. Because if you don't mark, you won't know who to follow and who not to follow. I hope you get what I'm saying. Now, the Bible says, mark them that causes confusion among brethren and separate from them. Now, this type of brethren are like plants with leaves but without roots. They are like a parasitic plant. They look like Christians. They do some of the things Christians do, but they have no root in God. May the Lord give you grace to recognize, because the first thing that happens is recognize. It is your ability to recognize that will define how effective you can mark and note. Are you there? It's possible for you to mark somebody and avoid the person when you are actually supposed to follow the person. Now, the problem will be in your ability to recognize. So, for your marking to be effective, you need to be able to recognize, who is this person? Is he following God? Is not following God? And if he is following God, you mark and follow. If he's not following God, you mark and avoid. I pray the Lord gives us wisdom in the name of Jesus.